This is just going to be brilliant. The 5 things that did not get fixed that was wrong in Madden 18 for Madden 19. Completely embarrassing and inexcusable. So, let's just get into it.
With so much drama in the LBC, it's kinda hard being Snoop D-O double G.
So it looks like just your normal play action pass from Aaron Rodgers hits Josh Gordon down the field for a nice 42-yard gain. But wait a second, what was that? Let me slow it down. What is that? Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Nah, it's just your freaking cameraman. Just your cameraman sitting in the middle of the field. Just a bunch of them just sitting there. Same exact thing as last year. They would just sit there and intrude on your players. Just in the middle of the field. Kinda crazy if you ask me.
But somehow, someway, keep coming up with funky ass hits like every single day.
So this one's just freaking stupid. You ever go to return a punt? It's been the same exact way the last couple years. You go return a punt. They punt it pretty deep, but you don't have the decision making yourself. Rather, you want to actually try to field the punt or not. Because you know in your brain this is not going back for a touchback, but since the CPU already ran 15 yards ahead of the ball, the only way you can actually catch the punt is if you sprint backwards and catch it full stride backwards, which means you run into the end zone for a safety. So that's just stupid. Dog, I can tell when the punt's going to either go into the end zone or if it's going to stop at the 2 or 3 yard line or maybe even the 1 yard line. So it'd be pretty cool if every single time the CPU didn't just run 20 yards ahead of the ball.
May I kick a little something for the G's and make a few ends as I breeze through.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Mission Valley area of beautiful San Diego, California. Straight ahead, we've got a good one.
What you guys think about that one? San Diego. San Diego. They're called the Los Angeles Chargers for a reason. They have not been in San Diego for 2 years. Yet this game still thinks they're from San Diego.
Takes us to the Mission Valley area of beautiful San Diego, California.
2 in the morning and the party still jumping cause my mama ain't home.
They didn't change the stupid, impossible player trades in Madden 19. Let me explain what I'm talking about. Now let me give you a representation of what I mean by impossible player, just like it was in Madden 18. Now one player that I can think right off the bat that was impossible to get in Madden 18, and he's the same way in Madden 19, that is Antonio Brown. Yes, I know he's arguably the best receiver in the NFL, but you can't tell me there's not one package a team could put together today in the NFL to be able to have the Steelers in real life actually accept the deal for a 30-year-old aging wide receiver. Now, in Madden 19, the Steelers' top 3 positions of need are left outside linebacker, free safety, and left tackle. Now, what I went and did is I made our starting left tackle, our starting free safety, and our starting left outside linebacker all 99 overalls at the 3 positions that the Steelers need the most to get Antonio Brown. It's not even. That's less than a halfway of this deal actually being accepted. That is stupid. So you're telling me you need probably 7 or 8 99 overall players for Antonio Brown to be accepted by the Pittsburgh Steelers in this deal. Ridiculous. Now, let me go one step further to make this even more ridiculous. So let me go edit these players and show you why it's even just the dumbest thing in history. So, what I'm going to do now is go and edit these players to make them as the other 9 overall, but I'm going to make their value that much higher in terms of a trade. So what we're going to do is we're going to make them as young as possible. So technically, they're going to be 20 years old already at a 99 overall. We're going to go to their player traits, give them superstar development, which helps a ton in terms of player value. We're going to go to contract, give them a maximum contract, put them in their first year, and we're going to make their total salary as cheap as possible with 0 signing bonus. So each one of these players in this deal are going to be as young as possible in a maximum length contract in their first year of that deal, and they're going to cost league minimum in the deal. So the players don't get any better in terms of value for the Pittsburgh Steelers in this deal, and once again, it's 9 overall players at the top 3 positions of need for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So confirming one more time, these 9 overall players are now 20 years old in a 7-year contract. In the very first year, they're as cheap as possible, and every single one of them have superstar development. So there's no way you can get 3 better players to add into this deal for Antonio Brown. Now, let's go right back to it, and let's see even if their value went up at all for these 3 players in this deal. So adding the same 3 players in, going right back to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Keep in mind, this is an Antonio Brown player who's 30 years old, who obviously is really good, but he's 30, he's worth a little bit of money, and he's just going to start to regress, and he's definitely not in year number 1 of a 7-year contract. Submitting this through, it didn't even go up. After all of that, it did not even go up. Mental scenes. So it would take 7 to 8, 9 overall players who were 20-year-old rookies who had superstar development in the first year of a 7-year league minimum contract. Dumb. So the Steelers would have these players for another 6 years, and they're only 20, and they're only going to get better, and they're already 9 overall, and they're don't even cost them anything. So I don't understand. Now that brings me into the very next thing that did not change from Madden 18 into Madden 19, and that's just this stupid, annoying trade menu in Madden franchise mode. And let me explain what I'm talking about really quick. So if, for example, you trade for a draft pick, so the Pittsburgh Steelers 3rd round draft pick, they have the 92nd overall pick. Now let's say I'm just going to do this just to make this hurry up. We're going to throw Phillip Rivers in the deal, get this accepted, and we have the 92nd overall pick. Now if we want to go ahead and add that into the deal immediately, I go to add in the 92nd overall pick, and then when I start to scroll, it disappears. It won't let me use that draft pick in a trade. As you see right here, it's disappeared unless I back all the way out. And once again, this isn't a huge thing, but for it to be a thing from year to year is a little thing they can't even just take the few minutes it would take to fix it. It's so annoying. So now it shows up, and it does that with everything, not just draft picks. If you trade for a player and then immediately want to use it in a 3-team trade, they disappear, and you have to go all the way out, all the way back in. Annoying, and I don't understand why they can't freaking fix stupid little things like that on a year-to-year basis. Stupid and completely inexcusable. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And if you did, make sure to drop a like. If there's anything that didn't get fixed in Madden 19 that was not on this list, let me know in the comment section below. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the notification bell if you haven't. Let me know of any other video ideas similar to this you have in the comment section below. I'll catch you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. God bless, and peace.